Hold on, guys. I got to get Blake unmuted.
Hello.
Everything plugged in. Sweet. So you should be visible. I'm just not visible.
I think so. Hello, everyone. We're waiting on Nicole.
Shocker.
I've got my stress ball today.
Oh, I've got mine in my desk somewhere.
I know, yeah.
Does a lot of good in the desk in the box. Morning, everyone. Sorry, it took us a couple seconds to go live this morning. But I'm pretty sure everyone's used to like our technology glitches and all that fun stuff. So don't forget, before we get started, you can always leave questions and comments and stuff, and we try to verbally and written reply to those so that way people who come back and watch later can see them. Anything else, Blake?
Muted? There we go.
You muted yourself. Because now you're muted. Now you're not muted.
Now I'm not. I'm there.
Yeah, I think so. Guys, let me know if you can hear Blake. I can hear him.
Yeah, I think our system's a little slow because I see no viewers at this time on the side
But if
column.
you open actual Facebook, it's showing that we have 14. So
Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. I am Blake Rexroth and Nicole.
I'm Nicole. I'm Nicole Wright. We're the communications and marketing department. So if you don't normally watch us, we are the ones that do the social media, website, videos, all that fun stuff that you guys get to see.
That's right. And
Scott
today,
said he can hear you.
I'm sorry?
Scott can hear you.
Awesome. And so today we are covering economic development, which should be fun. I always enjoy economic development.
I do too. I feel like it kind of updates people and it kind of helps us address a lot of, which we'll get to in a little bit, but a lot of those rumors that tend to like take off like wildfire in social media.
Yeah, like in it. Well, I won't jump ahead.
We're not there yet. There yet. Hold on. So as always, we always like to start off with our resources. So our city website, guys, is, and I'm going to make the PowerPoint so low. Maybe. There we go. Our city resources, city website, which is your one-stop shop for all things Weatherford, is weatherfordtx.gov. City-run tourism, which our chamber helps with as well, is experienceweatherford.com. Guys, if you have an event or if you have a business inside the city limits of Weatherford, again, inside the city limits of Weatherford, it is free to list your business or event there. It is super easy. It comes to us for approval, so that way people can't make changes to a business. I typically reach out to make sure that it is, when you're updating your business, that it is you updating. That way we know that no one's messing with your business, and I know no one's messing with people's businesses. Super easy, super great. Plus, as a resident or visitor, you can see everything going on in town on that date. Then we have our economic development website, which is chooseweatherford.com. So businesses that are looking to come here can check and see what all's going on there, and why they should, and why we believe they should be here in Weatherford. And then we have our downtown website, which is heritagesquareweatherford.com. So that'll be updated as that project moves forward. And then, of course, we are on all major social media. So on Facebook, we are at Weatherford, Texas. On Instagram, we are City of Weatherford. On Twitter, we are City Weatherford. And on YouTube, which is our landing page, we are Weatherford. And then on Nextdoor, make sure you're following us as an agency. So when we push out those emergency notifications or things about like closures in roads or water outages or things like that, you can be notified of those. Like, I think you muted yourself.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you mute me.
Yeah.
If you need to.
Okay.
All right. So thank you, Nicole, for the first slide. This is the next one, explaining to you all that you can download our free mobile app on Google Play or at the Apple Store. And basically, this app is called My Weatherford, and you can actually it has a whole list of cool features, in my opinion, because you can actually be driving down the road. If you see maybe a street sign has blown over, or maybe there's a huge pothole, you can take a picture and submit a service request. And we typically respond to those requests within 24 to 48 hours, not guaranteed, but we do respond fairly quickly. This links to a lot of our department pages as well. I think you can actually see some information from the animal shelter, and you can easily access experienceweatherford.com as well. So it's a free app. Highly encourage all of you to download that today if you can. And it's a great tool.
I'll let you do this one too.
All right. And then we have our tourism brand, experienceweatherford.com. This is a great resource to see a listing of all of our events. If you have an event and it's located within the city limits of Weatherford, you can add your event. So if you're with a church group, or maybe you're a business that's doing an event, you can add the event on the event listing. You can get information about our sponsor program as well. If you'd like to be a sponsor at one of our large-scale events like Spark in the Park, which is coming up very soon in July, on July 4th to be exact. You can also book a hotel or make a reservation if you're visiting Weatherford as well. So it's a cool resource to see all of the quality of life programs that we have in the entertainment side of things.
So then what links from Experience Weatherford is actually the Weatherford Eats mobile app. Guys, it's free. We moved it over last year at the beginning of COVID. It used to be the Experience Weatherford app, and we transitioned it into Weatherford Eats. So it really focuses on places to stay and eat in town. And you can filter it out by like who has takeout and curbside, different types of food, by your location, all of those fun things. You can check it out. Again, it's yet another free resource we have out there for everyone. So guys, check it out and utilize it because it's there. And what's nice is that this one updates based off of like when businesses update their listing on Experience Weatherford. So it's as real time as it gets based off of when people update their own things. Okay. Oh, it's our first rumor control. Does that mean we have to like show our faces and everything?
I think so. Just because the public enjoys these slides, I think, Nicole.
Like, it's like not letting me like start any of the videos. So we might not.
Well, do your thing that you do, Nicole. Okay. Everybody loves it.
Rumor control. And then I'll let you go on to explain more about it.
No In-N-Out Burger. There was a fake Instagram account created last week. Nicole went above and beyond. She called corporate. She did. And corporate said, no, we are not creating a location in Weatherford. They're not even looking at this region right now, they told us. There we
got
are.
it.
So if you wanted an In-N-Out Burger, it's not happening. However, I will say that now they know that a large portion of our community wants an In-N-Out Burger.
I was
So
going to
there you
say,
go.
they actually got back to me on Saturday again. So I got the initial response where they were like, we're not looking in your region. And they were
Yeah.
like, but we'll let our real estate team know so they can maybe look in your region. But they have to, honestly, they have to see that there's a huge want to come here is basically what they told me. It's nice that they now know that we want them here. So
I think the question is Whataburger or In-N-Out. I think those are the two like rivals.
oh yeah, I mean, I know people who like them both, but I mean, I'm a Texas girl through and through, so obviously I have my favorite.
So we agree.
I mean, and that's the thing is that what's interesting about economic development, and apropos since we're talking about it this week, is that like there's something for everyone. So just because you don't like the place or you don't want them to come here doesn't mean that they're not going to serve like a need for the wider population. And honestly, when towns aren't growing, they're dying. So I'd rather see us grow than see us die. So I mean, selfish reasons here, but so we'll go on to the next slide.
Okay. So economic development, we will be focusing on that topic for today. And economic development is very interesting on how it works. We actually have Kristen Pegues that works as our economic development professional coordinator, whatever you want to call her here with the city of Weatherford. She does an excellent job, and she works closely with city leadership, i.e. city manager, assistant city manager. And we do a lot of studies. We work with different types of companies that provide us valuable data on who is actually participating in commerce within the city limits of Weatherford. So we have basically two primary trade areas. We have two trade areas. We have the primary trade area and the secondary trade area. So basically, this data is collected with these companies that we work with from cell phone usage, basically GPS off cell phones. So the data is highly accurate, and it allows us to know where people are coming from, not names, but just what areas people are coming from to shop here. The primary trade area includes a total population of 190,000 people. Those individuals typically shop 3 to 5 times per week. And then the secondary trade area includes 360,000 people. Individuals from that specific area typically shop 1 to 2 times a week or a couple of times per month. And I think the next slide is going to detail the primary trade area. So you can see it's a large area that extends into the Fort Worth region and as far west as Santo area. And then the secondary trade area is a little bit larger, and it goes all the way down to Stephenville, up to Graham, believe it or not, out to Cisco towards the west, and a little bit further into Loop 820 over towards Fort Worth. And so we know that people are coming to Weatherford, whether it's from the north, south, east, or west, to participate in some form of commerce here in Weatherford. Now, we often, we're growing exponentially. We all know that. Growth is a natural thing. And what I mean by that is economic development and businesses, I guess. It is all a free market. So with people moving out to this area, businesses recognize that. They go where the money goes. And so that's why we are seeing more businesses coming out this direction. In the last 3 years, 4 years, we've gotten, Academy, Hobby Lobby, all of those companies track the same data. They know that people are moving to this region, and so therefore they relocate or they open up a new branch in the area. So keep that in mind. We often get told, why are we trying to make Weatherford be Fort Worth or Dallas? But like I tell everyone, if you can tell me the last time you had to apply to live in any community, let me know. I've never had to do that. I just up and move if I want to. And so we're experiencing that here. People are moving to the area. They like the area. Weatherford's a great place to have a family. We have Weatherford College here, so a lot of college students are being attracted to this area. And so it's a natural occurrence. You see growth in Aledo. You've seen growth out towards Brock as well. So with that natural growth comes business. And
I'll put you on screen since you're talking.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. I'm ready for the next slide if you are, Nicole.
Yeah, I'm going to let you do this one.
Oh, rumor control. I raise the eyes when I say it, Nicole.
Yeah. You're on screen, so they saw it. It was great.
I know. Kind of creepy. So no Sam's Club. And then I'm looking at a comment from Vicky. I was told by a Costco employee that we are supposed to get a Costco, said the property has been purchased. That is false, Vicky. We have not talked to Costco. There's no plans for a Costco. They were interested at one point many, many years ago. I would say probably 10 years ago. And basically what Costco does is they build their locations around an existing shopping center. And the current existing shopping centers, for example, over where Target is or on the other side of the interstate to the north, JCPenney area, Belk area, there's not enough land available for their size of a facility around those existing shopping centers. So that's why we don't have a Costco. But yeah, maybe we need to make another rumor control for that one, Nicole.
Yeah, it's in the rotation. I think I had it a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay. And Sam's Club, we have not heard from Sam's Club. But again, as we always say, feel free to reach out to those companies or corporations and tell them that you want them in Weatherford. Just like with In-N-Out Burger.
I think that one picked up a little bit more steam than typically they do because someone actually took the steps to like use their logo and copyright infringement on Facebook and Instagram. But I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've heard of a business that decided to look at Weatherford out.
Yep.
Sweet. So that takes us to our next slide. So applications and permits. I actually got these updates this morning from Tim over in our Development Neighborhood Services, or as I typically shorten it to DNS. So at Boot Barn, which is going to be at 146 East I-20, their improvement was issued. Guys, they've got the sign up, but I drove by on Saturday or Sunday, and they didn't have anything internal, but I know that they're making progress inside. Fort Worth Lighting and Hardware at 1810 South Main, they also had their tenant improvement issued. And that's going in next to Taco Bell, guys, for everyone that keeps asking. And then Fort Worth Waxing at 1704 Santa Fe Drive, they have their tenant improvement, which is now pending. Katie's Car Wash over by Hobby Lobby and Home Depot had their commercial permit issued. Novak Dental, 1433 Clear Lake Drive, they have had their commercial permit is now pending. Russell Feed, which is going to go in at 2610 South Main, they are grading and they have their site preparation going on right now. Then Martin Drive Medical Office Building at 1709 Martin Drive, their commercial permit is now pending. Then now we have over on Fort Worth Highway, Pure Vita Mexican Bar and Grill. They have their revised occupancy request now pending. So that moved up from, I think, 2 weeks ago when we first updated everyone on it. Copper Dragon Tavern over at 128 A York Avenue. Their revised occupancy request has been approved, as well as Hello Sweetheart Boutique at 212 Santa Fe Drive. And then the CW Clinic at 159 through 161 College Park Drive has the revised occupancy request also approved. And then Equipped Plumbing at 1327 Fort Worth Highway also has had the revised occupancy request approved. And then Home Goods at 146 East I-20, they have had their tenant improvement is now pending on that progress. And then UPS Store at 325 Adams Drive also has their tenant improvement pending. Major Perk Coffee House, it's a new coffee house on the north side of town, guys, at 1301 Oliver Street has their commercial permit pending. Bamboo Garden Asian Cuisine at 300 South Main Street has the revised occupancy request pending. Weight Room at 2113 Clear Lake Drive has their tenant improvement pending. And Outlaws BBQ at 3101 Ranger Highway has their tenant improvement pending. I was like, how fast can I get through it without messing up anyone's names? But I know the last three were added this morning, and I know we've had updates on some of those that have moved forward, like Major Perk has had some progress. I know Katie's has had some progress. A lot of them have had some serious progress take place. So
I think I am most excited about the UPS store.
The UPS store. So now
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, because there's not.
I feel like this is gonna have to be like a show your face for it.
No. I'm excited because there's a UPS store in a nearby town, and if I have to return a package, I'm like, I'm not going to drive just to return a package, and I end up keeping whatever item. But now that we have a UPS store, I can return things more easily.
Fun fact.
So
if you are returning it from the big A, you do realize that this entire time you've been able to take it to Kohl's in town. Just.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. It's one of the return options on Amazon. Guys, they're teaching Blake new stuff today.
So disappointing. I like how you called it the big A. You're too afraid to say it.
Well, I mean, I want to give props to our local businesses.
That's true.
Mike said that he saw the new sign and was curious about it. Yeah. I know I've seen some discussion in Facebook groups about rumors about what was going in where Pura Vida is going in, but you guys heard it from us. Pura Vida Bar and Grill. And then what's going in on Ranger across from Outlaw?
I think they're referring to that's outside the city limits. I think they're referring to the patch of land that was cleared out all the way down to where you turn on to Dennis. Is that right? Yeah, Dennis. That is outside the city limits, so we wouldn't have any information on that. I've heard a gas station and some fast food places, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it.
That's what I think I heard, but yeah, I think that's right outside our city limits. If we're thinking about the same plot of land that Jennifer is.
Yeah.
Excited for Copper Dragon. Me too. It's always nice to see some of those businesses, especially in downtown, flourish and come to town. Revised occupancy. Blake, you want to take that one?
So basically, let me put this in the feed here.
Were you getting the actual definition from the website?
Yeah, I'm trying to give the document on there. So basically, it's the process to ensure. I'll read it exactly from the documents on our website. Is to ensure buildings do not conflict with the intended use and occupancy requirements outlined in the municipal code. I'm trying to send you all a link to that document. Let me see. It's not allowing me to comment, Nicole.
Try from actual Facebook.
Yeah, let me. I want this to be available to everyone. Give me a second.
Jennifer, I posted a link a little bit earlier that I guess I'll share it again. That shows our exact lines.
There we go. I think I got it now. Yep. There's a link to the document about revised occupancy requests. Perfect.
And then I just shared a link. So yeah, Blake shared where you can go to our website. Like I said, it's a one-stop shop for everything Weatherford to learn more. And then it should have posted. It didn't. Should have shared a link on official city limit lines.
There it is. Now I see it.
Okay. Well, now it posted twice. Fun times.
Let's see. Jennifer is asking about her lots of things, but nothing official. How is that outside the limits, but Outlaw isn't? So Outlaw, I'm not sure the details on that. Let me look at what they have going right now. Outlaw.
I was going to pull it up on my end.
Improvement pending. That might be a different location than what we're thinking of because that's not the same. Because our city limits does not go out that far.
Actually, no. Blake, actually, it's right across the street from it is outside of city limits. The 3101 Ranger Highway is right inside the city limits.
Okay.
Literally, Dennis Road.
The way it cuts.
Is a division line, yeah.
Okay.
So, guys, the link that I shared, the gis.weatherfordtx.gov/map, that one you can actually plug in actual addresses. So when I'm sharing addresses like 3101 Ranger Highway, you can actually see exactly what is inside city limits and what is outside of city limits. So that's why we wouldn't know about what's going on across the street.
Yes. I'm trying to pull up the city limit map or the GIS map.
Because I don't see anything else on our limits. I'll get with DNS, but I don't see anything else in that area.
Yeah.
Randy.
That little sliver right there. Well, yeah. I'm looking at it, Nicole. Yeah. Great questions. Randy, does Weatherford put a plan out for how they will be responsibly use all the new property tax revenue? Property taxes increases are killing us. So basically, everyone is getting from the Parker County Appraisal District, not the city of Weatherford. You are getting basically your tax statement in the mail right now for projections for 2021. Or the newer reassessed value. So you're getting that in the mail. That's not from the city of Weatherford. We actually, if you go to our website, you can actually see our strategic plan and what we're doing to have planned growth moving forward. But you will want to contact the appraisal district if you have questions about your appraisals right now.
I've got a link to them. I'll share too.
Yeah. And I think there's a form that you can fill out if you would like to protest that as well. And I think they've advertised that. And they actually include it in your packet in the mail. In fact, I got mine yesterday. Did you get yours, Nicole?
No, I actually had someone message me yesterday. I actually had 2 people message me yesterday while I was home with my migraine that asked. And I still haven't gotten mine, but I think I got mine like 2 or 3 days beyond everyone else last year. So I'm expecting it like today by the end of the week.
Yeah. And you're welcome, Randy. Not a problem.
Guys, I don't know if we have more slides. Yeah, we do actually. We'll get back to it on current non-residential projects.
Okay, so this is a scatter map basically of commercial projects across the city limits of Weatherford. And really, I like these maps because it gives you a quick glimpse into all the activity that's taking place across the city. I'm guilty of this. I don't know about you, Nicole, but oftentimes I'll be driving around. I'm like, man, I don't feel like anything new is coming to town. But really, there's a lot of activity, whether it's improvement to an existing business location or just roads maybe that I haven't been down in a while. So there's lots of activity going on. And again, a lot of people are moving to the area, which is bringing in new business as well. Yes, the Peach Festival will be on this year, Mike.
July 10th.
Put on by the Chamber of Commerce, led by Tammy Gazzola. They will have all that information for you as it gets closer. All right, our next map is current residential projects. This is opposite of commercial, obviously. It's homes. Shows you all of the different areas where we're seeing new homes being built, whether it's apartments, condos, residential, or single family, excuse me. That's a clear map of the activity that's taking place. And there's actually some things that are outside the city limits that kind of touch into the extraterritorial jurisdiction as well. Randy, you're asking about Atwoods. I'm not sure where they're at. I know they were approved. I did not see that.
They're over across.
I'm not sure.
Were they not on the list?
See them. Yeah, we didn't get an update from Development Neighborhood Services on that one, I don't think.
No, I think the last time, and I can go back and look in our records, but I think last time we got to them, they had already moved forward with a lot of stuff. So you should start to see stuff take place behind Circle K, the gas station. Over by now I'm blanking on everything. The malt shop. You should see progress over there. Shop,
and you'll often see that because they came before council a couple of months ago and got approval. So you'll kind of see a gap of where after approval they're getting prepared to start construction. So that should be very, very soon. I wish I had an exact timeline, but it could just be in that weird gap right now.
And I know that a lot of construction and projects outside have slowed down a little bit or changed their pace just due to like the cold snow stuff, put stuff off, and then rain off and on also changes stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, Atwoods is a cool place, Randy. I once lived in another state, and Atwoods was everywhere. And then in Texas, they're starting to create more locations here. So,
hey, Blake, are you ready for the next slide?
Yeah. What you got for us?
Rumor control. No BJs. I've seen it pop up in a lot of the different community groups. It's kind of my favorite thing about being in some of those groups is I can see the rumors and then like we can actually talk about it on our show.
They have some good pizza there.
I'm not down about it. Their Brussels sprouts are my favorite thing ever. With like,
I love how I go from pizza and you go the healthy route. You talk about Brussels sprouts.
I don't know if you would necessarily call it healthy because they are fried and they have like a sriracha sauce on them, but they're good.
Mike, the malt shop is open. I haven't heard that they've closed or anything.
I know that they went under new management. Oh,
they did.
a while back, and then they had some changes again in like their hierarchy or staffing or whatever. They posted it on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like they've been updating their hours based off of their Facebook page pretty frequently recently. And I've seen I've seen people there. So.
And Nicole, it's been so weird with COVID, people having to close and then open, and then the occupancy limits, and it's been crazy.
And staffing stuff. Oh yeah.
I know. Yeah. I was coming back from the gym yesterday, and I saw a sign for, I think it was Brahms, that they're hiring right now. And there's lots of restaurants that are hiring right now.
There's a lot in town hiring.
Yeah.
I'll go for that one. And then I also threw in there, not to forget, that our development and neighborhood services, or DNS, they update their projects and stuff on their website. So you can actually scroll through what's been recently approved, what's under construction, and then see those subdivisions as well. So if you guys want that link, I'll share that in the comments in a second, but I think it's kind of cool because they update their stuff. Transportation and Public Works updates their projects. Engineering updates what's going on their side of stuff as well. So I feel like a lot of our departments are putting in a lot of effort to make sure stuff is updated.
Yep. And I think we need to point out to everybody that might be new to the weekly show, everything that we talk about when we're live is basically businesses that have already applied for applications with our Development and Neighborhood Services Department. So there may be some projects out there that you all are aware of that are coming to Weatherford, but we really don't talk about it until it's official. So we may hear rumors just like you all, or see signage up. We're not saying if you see a sign, we're not saying those businesses aren't coming, but from our experience, there's been a couple of new businesses that have put signs up and then they actually never come. So we don't talk about it until they actually apply with Development and Neighborhood Services.
And even then, we've even had some projects over the last 2.5 years that even after we talk about it, because they've applied for permits and stuff, something has happened. They decided to downsize the company or decided that it wasn't a fit for them. And so they've changed their mind. I mean, COVID did that to a lot of businesses where they pulled out, and a couple of them have actually decided to reapply, and they're actually still going to move forward, but they pulled signs and everything after we had talked about them coming. So I feel like we're only going to talk about what we know has applied. That way we're cutting down on the number of false facts surrounding.
And Randy, that's a great comment. He said in the biggest rumor, Buc-ee's. So it wasn't necessarily a rumor. They were looking at Weatherford, and then right at the last second, they, as a corporation, they chose to focus on other states, Georgia, Florida. I think if you Google, I want to say it was a Florida location, they just opened one up there. So really they froze all of their projects in Texas as a whole. They're wrapping up ones that were under construction. And unfortunately, Weatherford was one of those where they just decided to stop the plan because they were focusing out of state. So, but we never talked about it because there was nothing official. We kind of had an idea that they were looking, and then it didn't happen. So I'm glad that, that's kind of me and Nicole's rule, is we really don't talk about it until it's official, because we don't want to get everyone excited and then disappointed. And that's not fair to the companies too. I mean, it takes time for them to purchase the land, work out the kinks of the infrastructure, so forth and so forth. And then Brady, you mentioned bring a Boomer Jacks. I wish we could bring a Boomer Jacks, but we don't have that power. Again, it's a free market. So call the Boomer Jacks Corporation. Tell them you want them to consider coming to Weatherford. Just like if I have my own business, I can kind of go where I choose. It's the same for them. So give them a call. Let them know that you would like them here. They would love it.
Actually, Blake, unless I zoned out earlier, usually you kind of talk about that. I mean, you talked about that we don't make people apply, but that's what we also don't. Businesses don't have to specifically apply to come to Weatherford. They just have to find something that's zoned for their business and go in there.
Yeah, so I often say, in regard to growth, I talk about applying to live here. You don't have to apply to live in Weatherford. You just move here, and with that, businesses come to the area. They follow. I mean, let's be real. They follow the money. They go where the people are. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these businesses, I've got businesses that I favor, that I like, but they may not be in Weatherford because our population may not be big enough yet. They look at a lot of data. They know if they'll make money or not make money. It's impressive what they do to research our community. And so our job and working with Kristen Pegues in economic development here is to provide those potential companies with information. So, for example, that primary trade area, let's say that Boomer Jacks came into City Hall today. We could say, hey, this is our primary trade area. This is our secondary trade area. And they collect that data, absorb it, take it back to their headquarters, and then they make determinations built upon that. So our role is more from the city perspective is to assist and find the right locations. So we also have zoning across the city of Weatherford. So you'll hear me talk about planned growth. So we project ahead, we expect this percentage of population growth, and these are the areas where residential areas would be best. And then we have the other zones for commercial properties to come in. We often get feedback of why are we not developing the north side of town? It's not that we're not. We would love if a business was interested in the north side, and some businesses are, some aren't. But they decide that they purchase their own land. We can't make them go into a specific location. So keep that in mind as well. Mike, final question. So others may have their turn. A few years ago, there was a place called the Santa Fe Grill. What is in that space now? I would have to have do you know the address of that, Nicole?
No, I was actually looking it up. I think because I deal with, and you do too, so many businesses that come and go and like change names or change locations, I'm like struggling to remember specifically where that was, Mike.
I'm wondering if it's that building that's close to Church Street, closer to downtown. Kind of a rock building. Not sure. If you have an address, Mike, send it to us. Even if we are not live, you can message the comments and we'll look into it for you. All right. So lots of things going on. Again, I'm excited about the UPS store.
That's your big takeaway from the week, guys.
It's the little things that Blake is.
You know what I didn't talk about? What we have on Friday, which is the public safety building groundbreaking.
Yes.
And I forgot to put a slide in, but I'm mentioning it now.
Yeah. So that will be Friday at 2:00. Mm-hmm. Basically across from the Parker County Jail or law enforcement facility.
I'll share a link to the event.
Yeah. Good catch.
Whew. It crossed my mind.
Mike said he thinks it's in Hudson Oaks.
Oh.
He'll look it up. But I guess they used to be maybe here in Weatherford, I guess, is what Mike is saying. Yeah, send us more details, Mike. We'll look into it.
Thanks, Randy. He said we're doing a good job.
Thanks,
I
Randy.
shared
Appreciate
a link to the public safety groundbreaking, guys. If you're going to be there, make sure you let us know that you're coming. We're trying to account for traffic and everything else.
Yeah.
And that planning. But that's our groundbreaking for the new public safety building. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited about that one. It's a big thing.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I think
that's it.
Some mayor will be there, council will be there, and city leadership. So it'll be a good event. All right. Well, thank you, Nicole.
Yeah. That should be it. So, guys, if you have questions, as always, you can always go to our Facebook page and send us a message. I don't guarantee we'll get back to you like within the hour, but I guarantee we'll get back to you as soon as we see it and respond to the best of our ability. Other than that, next week we'll be back with some department and project updates for everyone.
See y'all later. Be safe.